Tonight marks 1 year since the sound of gunfire sent youth baseball players, coaches, and parents running for cover.
Still don't feel safe over at Pepper Hill.
So what's being done? We ask police what safety steps have been taken and if any arrests have been made 12 months later. News 4 at 6 starts right now.
Well, 1 year ago today, this was the scene. Parents and kids hiding and ducking in dugouts as dozens of gunshots were fired near North Charleston baseball field.
Today, some of those families say they're still scared, but they're trying to move forward. Our Floriana Boardman joins us live now in Floriana. After 365 days, do police have any idea who was involved?
That's right, Katie. Tessa, NCPD tells me they know who was here that night at Pepper Hill ball fields, but they don't know who pulled the triggers. And a lack of evidence means no one has been arrested.
Blake Ferguson's wife and 4 children were at Pepper Hill Ballpark on April 25th, 2022. His 8-year-old son Silas was on the pitcher's mound when the gunfire started.
It definitely shook him up pretty good. You know, they had to sleep with us for a little while and was scared to go to the bathroom by himself.
Ferguson says his family won't go back to Pepper Hill because there's still too much trauma from that night.
A balloon pops or a muffler or something.
1 year later, and police haven't made any arrests.
Still pretty scary that they were never able to find anybody.
But NCPD says they know what happened. They just don't have enough evidence to charge anyone.
We've talked to people that we know are involved, but we just need that probable cause to be able to put them in jail.
Deputy Chief Ken Hagee says even after thousands of hours of work, they're still looking at every angle to track down those responsible.
Guns are seized every day, so that gives us a new opportunity to talk to somebody else. Where did you get this gun? That type of stuff. And we're not dealing with choir boys, so we don't always get the correct answer, but it always gives us a direction.
Hagee tells me, looking back, he says some things could have been done differently to help the families.
In hindsight, had a couple break free and gone towards the baseball fields and the parents and the kids so they could see immediately, hey, we're here and you're going to be okay now. You're safe.
Ferguson says as his family continues to heal, Silas has no plans on hanging up his glove.
He loves baseball. Nothing's going to stop him from playing.
Hagee believes the shooting happened after 2 groups chose a random location to fight and chose here at Pepper Hill ball fields. There is still a $10,000 reward for anyone who has information.
The 3 B's. Good evening. I'm Scott Eisberg. Baseball, Berkeley County, and the name Burbage. It's almost synonymous. All 3 still there, but a big piece missing. Surely not forgotten. It's almost like Brian Burbage was born into this gig. The easiest call he ever made, following in the footsteps of his dad, Jerry.
He would take me to games. He said, all right, buddy, get you a hot dog, get you a drink. We got to sit in the bleachers. He said, you're going to hear some stuff. He said, you're not allowed to say anything back to these people.
From looking up to looking across the diamond at.
So that was great for me to be able to hang out with my dad. And everyone wants to make their dad proud. Little League games together. We did all-star tournaments together. The best of times.
This year, set to be the same as the last 30. Burbages, in blue, at a ball field near you, until March 15th.
They said routine stent surgery for his heart. And told me to go to work, man. Go to work. We'll talk afterwards. Got the call at lunchtime that day and never saw him again.
In town of Most Corner umpire Jerry Burbage Sr., who passed away last Wednesday.
Baseball pushed to the back burner. For Brian, no longer that shared activity.
I just wasn't feeling it, man. I just couldn't get over it. That was a big hit, losing dad. And then when I finally texted the guys and said, hey, if y'all got games, I'd love to come back.
It wasn't much. A 1A game at Collins Park opened up. It was everything.
I said, hey, Alex, I think I'm going to wear Dad's gear tonight. I said, I think I'm going to give it, like one last game for the old man out there, and and it fit perfect. I didn't really have to adjust anything, which is strange because, like I said, me and him are not the same size at all. Normally I'm anxious, I'm nervous before a game, and for whatever reason, I walked out there cool as a cucumber, man. I was calm.
The name, the legacy carries on. It's not the same, it never will be. But this game has a way of doing things well beyond its baselines.
You know what I mean? Like, I can feel his presence when I do the games.
Hard to doubt a call when there's a sharp eye in the sky, always looking down.
Spruce up the lawn. Well, I don't have one.
Yeah, we have one.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can spruce up
Okay.
your lawn. If you want to create a beautiful yard while also helping the environment, you could add a rain garden.
Interesting. Our Charleston Clark tells us about the benefits and how you can become a master rain gardener.
Rain gardens. They're more than a beautiful touch to your yard.
A rain garden is quite simply a depression in the ground.
They're a way to manage and store water.
It's a depressed rain garden that allows water the opportunity to slow down and to infiltrate.
And they also reduce the amount of stormwater runoff, a leading distributor of pollution.
And then also we can reduce the amount of stress on the quote centralized system, which is going to help prevent community flooding. And lastly, one of the reasons that I really enjoy rain gardens is because of the habitat we're able to create. We're able to provide for birds and butterflies and other forms of beneficial wildlife.
Lee Bundrick works for the Kiowa Conservancy, but he's also a master rain gardener. He helped install the rain garden in front of the Folly Beach Community Center.
And it was pretty fun putting it in, but we go from not only looking at the site and all of its conditions, but we also look into how to size it, how to look at how much impervious surface it covers, how much rainfall it covers, and then also talking about how to place the plants and amend the soil. So we get to do pretty much everything during the field day.
This is how they work.
The water flows off of the roof. You can see it comes down and hits this downspout filter, which is going to filter out any debris before it enters a cistern. A cistern is just a little bit bigger rainwater harvesting system than a rain barrel. Typically, we see people use rain barrels, which is anything under 100 gallons. This is actually 150 gallons. So that water, once that fills up from the roof, it's going to overflow from this pipe here and into our rain garden.
Helping the community and wildlife one garden at a time.
And I think that if we want to help manage the water not only on our properties but also within our wildlife habitats and in the marsh, I think rain gardens are a great resource for our community.
Working for you, Charleston Clark, News 4.